Hello everyone, welcome to the course of Engineering Graphics and Design. Myself, Vimal Salot from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss cycloidal group of curve. And in this category, in this session, we will discuss two types of cycloidal curve, that is epicycloid and hypocycloid. We know that there are three types: cycloid, epicycloid and hypocycloid, and in each category there are two types: inferior trochoid and superior trochoid. So now let's start with epicycloid. So first of all, what is epicycloid? It is defined as a curve generated by the point on a circumference of a rolling circle which rolls on another circle and outside of it for one complete rotation. So here there is one directing circle or generating circle. Its diameter or radius is comparatively larger, and there is one rolling circle. This rolling circle rolls on directing circle and outside of it. So if we consider any point P on the circumference of the rolling circle, so when this rolling circle completes one rotation, the path followed by the considered point of the circumference, that path is known as epicycloid. So here you can see in this diagram, one directing circle is shown, there is one rolling circle. Radius of rolling circle is generally denoted by a small r, and radius of directing circle is generally denoted by capital R. So P0 is the initial point which is at contact between rolling circle and generating circle. Now we have to consider one complete rotation of this rolling circle. Okay, so this rolling circle will subtend an angle of theta when it completes one rotation, because directing circle radius is larger as compared to rolling circle. So theta angle will be subtended by one complete rotation. The path followed by P0 point is known as epicycloid. The subtended angle theta can be found by the equation 360 into small r by capital R, where small r is radius of rolling circle and capital R is radius of directing circle. Let's now see one example how epicycloid can be drawn. So given data is, draw an epicycloid with rolling circle diameter 50 mm and directing circle diameter 150 mm. So here radius of rolling circle is 25, radius of directing circle is 75 mm. First of all, let's draw directing circle with capital R, radius 75 mm. Then outside of it, we have to draw the rolling circle with radius 25 mm. We have to extend this line passing through the center of directing line into same direction. We will locate the center point of rolling circle, and with that center we will draw the rolling circle of radius 25 mm. It rolls in a clockwise direction. Now we have to divide the circumference of this rolling circle into 8 numbers of equal divisions. The angle subtended by this rolling circle during one rotation is we know that the equation is theta equal to 360 into small r by capital R, so it would be 120 degree. Now with same O point, center point, O point is the center point of directing circle. That point we have to keep center, and we have to draw the arc. First arc is compass size from O to outermost point on the circumference of the rolling circle. Then from each and every division we will draw this arc. Now the angle subtended, that much angle we have to consider. Let's take it as theta. So we know the equation theta equal to 360 into small r by capital R. Here small r is 25 mm, capital R is 75 mm. So by equation we get the answer theta equal to 120 degree. So we have to consider that theta 120 degree because that much portion, only that much portion is covered by one rotation of a rolling circle. Now from, as we have divided the circumference of a rolling circle into 8 divisions, so we have to divide this segment theta also into 8 divisions. So 120 divided by 8, that would be answer for angle of one segment. So we will divide this theta segment into 8 numbers of equal divisions. By protractor also we can make this accurate divisions. Now draw the central arc, keep O point as center, compass size equal to distance OC and draw a center arc. Now from each and every division of a rolling circle we have to draw the arc. For that we have to keep O point as center point. So O point is center point, then compass size would be equal to from O to division, respective division number. That much compass size we have to set and draw all the arc as shown here. So now on center point we got different positions of the center starting from C0 to C8. These are the different positions of the center which rolling circle occupies when it is going to rotate on the directing circle. Now we have to find out the different position of initial point P0. Initially it is P, but when circle rolls and when its position is changing simultaneously, the position of moving point P also will be changed. So that all positions we have to find out. So for that take compass size equal to small r, that is 25 mm. So take compass size 25 mm. Start from the center point C1. So C1 is center, compass size 25 and draw an intersecting arc on the arc drawn from the division number 1. Then in sequence we have to keep C2 as the center point, same size of the compass, draw an intersecting arc on the division number 2 arc. Then C3, C4, C5, we have to keep all these points one by one center point, and finally we come at C8 center point, same compass size, draw an intersecting arc. So all these points are actually required points for the different position of a moving point. So mark all these points, write down the notations also and join all these points with smooth freehand curve. That curve is known as epicycloid. So here epicycloid is drawn. So it is complete procedure how we can draw the epicycloid. Now let's see the next type of curve, that is hypocycloid. So what is hypocycloid? Let's define it. It is defined as a curve generated by the point P on the circumference of a rolling circle which rolls on another circle but inside of the another circle. So position of rolling circle is changed. In case of epicycloid, the rolling circle rolls on outside of the directing circle, whereas in case of hypocycloid, the rolling circle rolls inside of the directing or generating circle. So when it completes one rotation, the different positions occupied by this moving point, if we join all these positions, then we will get one curve. That curve is known as hypocycloid. So here hypocycloid is shown in diagram. You can see the curvature this curve. Now let's see the procedure how we can draw it step by step. Draw hypocycloid with rolling circle diameter 50 mm and directing circle diameter 150 mm. So first of all, we have to draw the segment of directing circle. We have to draw the arc with radius 75 mm. O point is center point. Now we have to draw the rolling circle. But here, as we discussed, the position of rolling circle is inside of the directing circle. So inside of the directing circle, we have to draw the rolling circle with radius equal to 25 mm. So we will draw rolling circle and then we will divide it into 8 numbers of equal parts. Write down the notations for division numbers. Here also we can divide the circle into 12 number of equal parts, but what happens, as number of divisions are more, we will get more number of points, so there will be some more procedural steps. It may consume some more time. It depends on our choice. We can divide it into 8 or into 12 number of equal parts. So here we are dividing it into 8 numbers of equal parts. One important point you should notice is that the direction of rolling circle is anti-clockwise direction. It rolls in anti-clockwise direction. C point is center point of the rolling circle. Now here also the same equation we have to apply. The angle subtended by the rolling circle during one complete rotation is theta, that is given by theta equal to 360 into small r by capital R, where small r is radius of rolling circle and capital R is radius of directing circle. So here the answer for theta is 120 degree. We have to set an angle theta of 120 degree angle. So that much angle is subtended by the rolling circle when it completes one rotation. Now here also we have to divide that theta segment into 8 numbers of equal division, because we have divided circumference of rolling circle also into 8 numbers of division. So 120 divided by 8, that would be answer for the angle of one segment. So now we are dividing this theta into 8 numbers of equal parts. Now draw the central arc. If O point is center point, compass size equal to OC, and draw an arc. So here it is shown the final position when it completes one rotation for rolling circle. So these are the different positions of the center. On center arc, it is marked with C1, C2 up to C8. Now we have to draw the arc from each and every division of the rolling circle. So for that, O point we have to take a center point, that is center point for directing circle. So we will take O point as center point. Compass size will be equal to from O to respective division number, and then we will draw the arc. If all the divisions are marked accurately or divided accurately, then some division like 1, 7, 2, 8, they will be coincide with each other. So now we are drawing from each and every division this arc. Now we have to find out the different position of the point. Initially, point P is at the contact point of rolling circle and directing circle. When circle rolls, with that the position of moving point also changes. So actually we are finding that different positions of the moving point. So now we have to keep C1, C2, C3 up to C8 one by one center point. Compass size will be equal to radius of rolling circle, that is 25. So take compass size 25, C1 center, draw an intersecting arc on the arc which is drawn from the division number 1. Now next in sequence is C2 center point. So take C2 as the center, draw an intersecting arc on the arc drawn from the division number 2. Then take C3 as center point, then C4, C5, C6, C7, and finally C8 we have to take a center point and we have to draw the intersecting arc on the arc drawn from the respective division numbers. So all these intersecting arcs are actually different positions. So write down notation from P1 to P8 and join all these points with smooth freehand curve. Once it becomes proper, then make it dark or thick. So that curve is hypocycloid. So here the hypocycloid is drawn. The theta equation is required to be remembered how theta can be found. So we have discussed different methods to draw cycloidal curve. Thank you very much for watching.